You will not in eternity know that you are God until that final revelation when his Son calls you Father. Then your journey is over. You simply linger for a while to tell it to anyone who will listen. Some will listen, and some will not. So let me share with you a vision of a friend of mine who is here tonight. It's biblical. On the surface, you will think, no, that's only a dream, meaning nothing. But let me give it to you as best as I can recall it. It's not a long one. He said, on the 7th, this is on a week ago last Sunday, I woke in the morning, on Monday morning, and I knew I had a most significant dream. I knew it was of tremendous importance, but I could not recall it. Try as I did, I couldn't recall it. But I had to be about my business because my son had to be up. I had to prepare his lunch, get breakfast, and get into the Uncle office before 8 in the morning. So here, I got the lunch, got our breakfast, and I'm off to the dentist. I'm sitting in the car waiting for his return from the dentist. And I looked out through my window in the car, and across the street I saw a sign. It read, not the complete sign, only a partial part of the sign. It read, complete vision. And it triggered my memory. As I saw complete vision, the dream began to return. And the whole thing became so vivid, I relived it, as though I'm actually repeating the whole thing once more. And this was the dream. I found myself in dream, looking out upon a sea of humanity. There were hundreds of thousands of people, swelling from an apex into an enormous thing, say like a pyramid. And I noticed as I looked at them, they all seemed independent of each other. They could move as they felt like moving. No one was completely bound by another. And although they seemed completely independent of my perception of them and the perception of each other, I noticed they're all tied together. They were tied by a black chain, each attached from the breast, attached to me too. And everyone was attached to the other, and although they seemed independent of each other, they were all attached to each other. Then I turned around, and now I faced the opposite. My back was this enormous sea of humanity. As I turned around, I'm looking at you. And Neville, you are radiantly beautiful. You said nothing, you simply stood there at the very top of the pyramid. And you looked at me, and then it dawned upon me the significance, the meaning of this dream. I noticed on your breast, you too were attached. The same chain that bound me to this whole vast crowd also bound you. You were attached to. But I knew, without asking anyone, I knew you were the top stone. You were the leader. You were the pattern. You were the head of it all. And then, as I knew, and you knew that I understood the vision, you smiled. And then the chain began to become invisible. Yet I knew, in spite of the chain becoming invisible, it is still tying us all together, all linked together, as one being. It becomes invisible as it is invisible here now. You don't see yourself tied to anyone, and you're convinced that you are completely independent of the perception of anyone in this world. You see no link. Yet Scripture teaches, I dwell in them, and thou in me. O Father, I have made manifest unto them thy name, and I will make it manifest, that they may be one as we are one, I dwell in them, and thou in me. And may they be one as we are one. So he could say, I and my Father are one.